After watching some videos on YouTube of problems with various states' DMVs or BMVs, Department of Motor Vehicles, Bureau of Motor Vehicles, I kind of decided maybe I'll make one myself with a problem we had. Started in 1987, went on for 3 or 4 years. The backstory to it: my dad passed away in '86. My mother elected to trade her car, which was about 7 years old at the time, and his truck, which was only a year old, on a new car. And then the titling process, my mother put the car in my name and her name, or her name with my name, which is pretty normal. You have a second name on the title. And didn't think nothing of it when did in '86. Now, remember, this is before internet. You young ones might not even understand that, but when we got the renewal, and Indiana has mail-in renewals at that time, I think they still do, although they like everything on the internet now, and it is handy. The renewal registration to renew the license tags comes with my mom's name and my dad's name on there. Well, one of us had to make a trip to the License Bureau that year, and this went on for about 3 years, up till about '89 or '90. I can't remember which. I mean, it's been some years ago, obviously. And I was in the License Bureau one day, and my mom wrote a letter to the local paper criticizing the License Bureau, and this License Bureau clerk tore into me. "Your mother shouldn't be writing them letters." I said, "Hey, all she did was tell the truth. Y'all can't get it right." Well, finally, we decided to take some more action, and I'm kind of going to violate to a point what I said. I don't talk partisan politics on my channel. That's one of the 3 things that are off limits: that, denominational religion, and finances, except in a review. But we called the representative from our district, and I'm going to name him. That's how and his name's Bill Cochran. He got beat a few years ago, and he's now working for IUS, Indiana University Southeast. He's semi-retired. He's in his 70s. Good man. I'm not mentioning party, and it doesn't matter. But we called the number listed for him locally, and it happened to be his home number. We talked to his family. He was in session at the time, so he was in Indianapolis. We're about 100 miles away, near the Louisville area. And so when he come home on the weekend from the session, he called us and told us what happened. We told him what happened. So when he goes back to Indianapolis, he goes to the main State Department of Motor Vehicles and physically changes it, watches the clerks up there physically change that in the computer. And for the rest of the time we had that car, maybe another 5-6 years, kept it a long time. And for the rest of the time we had that car, my mom had that car, it was right. So Bill Cochran done us a good deed that the Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles locally could not do. Now, I will defend them to the point of saying they've gotten better. When my mother passed away 2 years ago, I had to sell the car. When I was selling her car, I took the paperwork that showed I was in charge of the estate, the death certificate and all that, and I had no problem. Sold it. Only took one trip in about 30 minutes. And now with license tags, they have online renewal, which saves a lot of time, and even every other time on driver's license. So I'll say they've gotten better, but this is just my story of a problem with the Indiana DMV, or BMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, Bureau of Motor Vehicles, depending which state you're in.